West Nile Television. Today is Tuesday, the 20th of the month of May, 2025. You're most welcome for the NILECAST News Bulletin that comes your ways every Mondays to Fridays. A chilly weather, of course it is. But before we get to give the details, a look into the headlines is a must. Coming up in the news tonight, pilgrims from Nebi, Madian West Nile Diocese reached Kigumba. Adjumani Central Police Station receives police dogs for North West Nile region. And community of Goboro and Bori called upon to embrace peace. For this and more in the NILECAST News Bulletin. Alright, welcome back, and now to officially start off with the news bulletin this evening. As pilgrims from Nebi, Madian and West Nile Diocese continue with their spiritual trekking journey to Namugongo. Today the team entered day 4 as they entered Kigumba, where they shared expectations on the spiritual matters and how this journey of faith is going to shape their lives. Alfred Jawok is with the team, and let him give us details of how the whole journey is transpiring. Alfred, you're welcome.
The 590 pilgrims from Nebi and Madian West Diocese have reached Kigumba in Kiradongo district, and this is Bunyoro Ketara Diocese. I hope we are going to be received and rest till for the next journey tomorrow, 21st May 2025. And also, we have not recorded any cases of casualties, sicknesses. We are good to go up to Namugongo.
I'm called Adegita Rogers. The reason why I'm traveled to Namugongo, because I'm passing through very many troubles. That is why I'm decided to travel to Namugongo.
Pe neno yiwisparama iwotuma eni abina nuang tego manabina nuang wotuma nyeni Kristo karo jemagito Yesu Kristo anda bina nuang tego mamigi enu.
Yes, today we covered more than 20 kilometers from Boyale up to here Kigumba, where we are, and all the pilgrims are healthy. Covered more than 20 kilometers from Boyale up to here Kigumba, where we are, and all the pilgrims are healthy.
That's it for the trekking journey to Namugongo, and still we shall be keeping you posted on more details in our subsequent news programs. And moving on with the bulletin, public have been urged to embrace exemplary and build legacy, that life that not be broken by living exemplary life, and build a peaceful legacy that cannot be broken by any means. And this call was made during a cross-border community dialogue organized by the Episcopal of Kajokeji in partnership with the Lutheran World Federation. Okumu Dominic has more details of the story.
The cross-border peace dialogue, organized by the Episcopal Diocese of Kajokeji in partnership with the Lutheran World Federation, with support from the ACT Church of Sweden, brought together the community members of Afoji in Uganda and the community of Jale in South Sudan to discuss and foster peaceful coexistence among the communities. Evans Perry Amos, the Director of Peace Building Kajokeji County, while closing the dialogue, urged the public in the two nations to lead by example and together build a peace legacy which cannot be broken by any means.
Us promote by we ourselves be exemplary. Let us continue to have this kind of meetings so that we strengthen the existing peace to a level that can be seen, and let us together create a legacy that cannot be removed by any other person, by any other means.
Mawa Basil, the chairperson Cross-Border Peace Committee, said everything is in place for the two nations to live in peace, venture into trade, and also urged the public to be their own security and provide the desired peace so that they venture into business without any hiccups.
We are the people. We are here. Let's be our security officers. We ensure there is peace. We ensure there is resource to trade on. Then we go ahead.
Kenyi Henry John, the youth chairperson Kajokeji County, urged the youth to strive to be self-reliant so that they avoid being used by selfish individuals to disrupt peace among the two nations, saying the youths have the energy and brain to foster peace instead of disrupting peaceful coexistence along the borders.
We have the energy, we have the brain. Let us develop self-reliance so that we don't follow, so that we don't become followers. You know, when you find out these violent instigated individuals, okay, participation, it is the ideologues who doesn't lose anything. So they are there to create violence. So I would encourage everyone to be able to, develop him or herself, other than being sent to execute a duty. Somewhere I had wanted some trees somewhere. So unless you create havoc there through the idle youth. So my message is, let us distance ourselves away from that. Let's concentrate in doing work for ourselves.
Angu Moses Aiga, a resident of Afoji village, urged the two governments to set up bylaws aimed at encouraging cross-border trade among the two nations to promote peace and development.
What I'm requesting from the authority of the Republic of Uganda and the authority of the Republic of South Sudan, let them introduce the bylaw which can at least promote peace between the Republic of South Sudan and Uganda concerning about the business trade, especially targeting our youths who are currently struggling to look for their things for survival, especially those who are operating, transporting goods from the Republic of Uganda to South Sudan. And however, we have challenges whereby our brothers, youths who are operating business from this side of Uganda and going to South Sudan, bringing goods to the Republic of Uganda are restricted.
Bayo Ascovia, a participant in the dialogue, feels once peace is attained along the border, it will promote trade and free movement of people and goods, which will benefit the two countries in terms of development.
Now, if we get this peace, there are a lot of things we are going to benefit of, like moving freely, selling together, and even digging together. And therefore, we shall cooperate in everything. Not even that one. We can transport everything like a goods, like a soda from one country to another, where we shall get a high profit. So, by that, I'm so glad. I said those leaders concerning those like peacemakers, let them go ahead so that we shall be in peace.
Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
All right, moving on with the news bulletin, there was excitement in Ndoparaka Trading Center among the supporters of the demand for district status by a section of the IVU residents under their umbrella body of the Save IVU initiative after a successful meeting that is with the Right Honorable Richard Tudong, the Secretary General of the NRM Party, and the city leaders in Kampala yesterday. This comes amid the rising contention for district status by a section of the residents as opposed to another faction who want to remain under the city status. Take a look at the story. After meeting with different parties on Thursday, 19th of May 2025, Right Honorable Richard Tudong, the Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement Party, has guided for the restoration of the 7 former sub-counties of IVU, as well as Arua Hill and Rivoli divisions for the purposes of mobilization. This comes at a time where the party is holding party structure elections across the country, which have been affected in the division by the collapse of the 7 sub-counties of IVU to form Arua City. The meeting follows the rising contention for demand of a district status by a section of the IVU division locals under their group of the Save IVU initiative, as opposed to another faction who want to remain under the city, but with an appeal for creation of more divisions out of IVU. Salim Kumaket, Their rural and city commissioner confirmed the outcomes of the meeting as this.
For purposes of the party mobilization, the NRM leadership will retreat to the former 7 sub-counties that formed Ayivu Division, or Ayivu County at the time, Ayivu Division now. And that means the sub-county of Aroi, Adumi, Dadam, Oluko, Manibe, Pajulu, then Ayivuni. Elections are supposed to go in those former sub-counties for purposes of political mobilization, not setting any administrative structure. This one I have to be clear, and it is the reason why I am emphasizing this, that these activities the NRM Secretary General spoke about is for purposes of his political party called the NRM to conduct elections in those former sub-counties.
Kumakech also issued a stern warning to leaders against misleading and wrongly exciting the locals.
No chairman LC1, OLC2, OLC3, OLC5, mayor for that matter, no member of parliament, no RDC, no RCC, no government bureaucrat has the legal mandate to declare an administrative unit in the name of a district, in the name of a division. That prerogative, the Constitution vests it in the Parliament of Uganda through executive headed by the President of Uganda. And the procedure channels, if there's a demand, you channel it through your local councils. Let it be tabled in your division council. Council will take it to city council. City council will take it to parliament.
Pario Gaspar, the spokesperson of the Save Ive initiative, who accompanied the 4 members of parliament, plus other delegates who were invited by the Secretary General for a meeting over the matters surrounding the division, appreciates the outcomes.
This for us, Save initiative has forced us a way forward for our autonomous district, because it's not possible to have sub-counties in a sub-counties in a city. So the fact that the Electoral Commission is not going the right direction of sub-counties, then we say this is what we want. That's why you see out there people are celebrating. After these elections, we are going to insist that we also have now independent structure for Ivo County.
Relatedly, Alhaji Isakato, the former mayor of Arua City, says that the restoration of the 7 sub-counties will pave way for free and fair elections in the division.
We want free and fair elections because our system of electoral was distorted because of the city system. City has elapsed other processes. When we started from village, when we came to the parishes, now when we wanted to go to sub-counties, we found that there were no sub-counties. That was one of our complaints to the Secretary General. And it was discovered that it is very, very important our sub-counties come back. So we are given our sub-counties back. Our elections are going to be held in our sub-counties, one by one. Whether you like it, it's already given.
The former 7 sub-counties of Ive, including Dadamu, Oluko, Manibe, Aivuni, Aroi, Pajulu and Adumi, as well as Rivoldi, plus Aroi divisions will regain the independence to have the independent party structure elections. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, NILECAST. Alright, moving on with the news bulletin. At Jumani Central Police Station has received police dogs for Northwest Nile region with expectation to boost security within the area through investigation, and this was on Monday, where the locals were questioned against tampering with the scene of crime before the arrival of police. Take a look at the story.
Adjumani Central Police Station receives change service to boost criminal-related investigations. This was on Monday when a team of trained police personnel confirmed. During the confirmation, Dick Gwemwe, the district police commander Adjumani, confirmed the Sinfa dog at the station and have been attached with 2 officers who are going to take charge of them.
Investigating crimes related to canine or sniffer dogs. This sniffer dog, it operates under the scene of crimes. Whenever there is a crime that has been committed, maybe a shop breaking, a house breaking, or theft, any sort of crime, it comes in and it is perfect. It comes in with a dog handler and a team of other police detectives.
He urged the residents to be extra careful where crimes have been happened, regardless of the ownership of crime scenes, because the dog will track the last source for investigation.
However, here that's where we urge our people, whenever there is any breaking, any crime that has been committed anywhere, people should desist from entering the scene of crime. That place must be, even if you are the owner of the house or the shop they have broken into, or the owner of anywhere where a crime has been committed, I urge our people to use the power of the eyes. Do not step in or touch anywhere near that scene of crime, because this dog will follow the last scent of the person who stepped in or who touched at that very place.
Meanwhile, Taban Datapeta, the residence district commissioner Adjumani, confirmed the arrival of the police dog and said this will now reduce high rate of crime in the district. Taban also urged people not to tamper with the scenes of crime whereby a crime is committed for easy tracking for the police dog.
We have reached a stage where we have now a police dog, Captain Marvin, that is already in Adjumani, which will help us a lot. And therefore, I want to call upon the community. If a house is broken, if thieves break into any shop or do any havoc, never ever go nearer to the scene until the police comes. Because that is how the police dog will help us follow the thieves that have broken this place. It has been in the tendency that when a house is broken, everybody wants to reach, touch, feel. Please stop that.
Adjumani district will be the center of the Northwest Nile region to keep the dogs, and it is the first time that Adjumani district is having a police dog named Captain Marvin. Asara Charit and Onjima Alan reporting for West Nile TV, NILECAST.
All right, and finally, community of Goboro and Bori have been called upon to embrace peace from their hearts before spreading it to their neighbors if they want to live in harmony along the border points. And this plea came during a community dialogue held at Goboro Church of Uganda yesterday on the 19th of May 2025. Dominic Okumu has more on the story.
The dialogue aims at fostering peaceful coexistence between the Kuku and the Ringa communities living along the border, who for long have been living in conflict over land and other resources. Bayo Grace Odendi, a member of the Cross-Border Peace Committee, who chaired the meeting, implored the two communities to consider living in peace, saying peace begins from their families and then proceeds to their hearts before extending to the neighbors, and therefore urged the communities to live in peace and harmony.
And even in families, when we have meetings, that is where we can begin having peace in the family. We want to know what is peace. You're also going to tell us what is the importance of peace and what brings peace among ourselves. Not only among ourselves, among South Sudan and Uganda. And again, do we have peace among ourselves? And I want to tell us that peace begins with you. And if you don't have peace, you cannot love your neighbor. You cannot love your sister. You cannot go to Sudan and stay there peacefully. You cannot come to Uganda and stay peaceful. It is love that brings peace. And if your body is healthy, also there is peace. There is development. You can keep yourself safe.
As Zinya James Nyadro, the area councillor representing Mondochaku Parish to Kochi Sub-County said, local disagreements require local solutions and requests the organizers to consider requesting a reconciliation prayer between the two communities to foster peace in the area.
This one is a local problem, also needs a local solution, and we are the one to call for the community dialogue such that we shall find our own solutions. If it's possible, you can invite for us our episcopes or bishops, Bishop of Aroa of Catholic and Protestant, Church of Uganda, of Madi and West Nile Diocese, and this side of Kazokeji also. So come and please conduct for us a mass of a peace, such that we shall know who is who, and we shall start sharing our properties. Secondly, we have international celebrations like Independence Days. So if it is that side of South Sudan, then them give us or the local community of Kochi Sub-County the invitation, such that they go and celebrate together, and vice versa to also one of Uganda.
Dawa Juliet, a teacher and a participant in the dialogue, said previously, before the conflict between the two communities, the school had many pupils, but after the conflict, the number of learners reduced drastically, something that has affected the smooth running of the school. She requests the two communities to reconcile and live in peace.
When I came here, I found very many pupils here, both Ugandans and the Sudanese. But because of not having peace in between Ugandans and Sudanese, they fought among themselves. Our pupils are all taken to Sudan. By nowadays, we have just a few numbers here. For me, it's a very big problem. By now, our school would have to reach to P7, but now we are still in P5. That is the problem first here.
The Episcopal Diocese of Kajokeji with Lutheran World Federation and the Archchurch of Sweden have organized a cross-border peace dialogue between the communities living along Kajokeji, Moyo and Yumbe borders to try to foster unity among the public who have been living in conflict mainly because of land wrangles. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Alright, dear viewer, that story marks the end of our today's edition of the NILECAST News Bulletin. Have a blessed evening, and once again, my name